This is my portable bullet time photography rig. Now you may be wondering, what is bullet time and how does it relate to photography? The term bullet time references an effect used in the popular movie The Matrix. This effect, which utilized a mix of CGI and many cameras, gave the appearance of frozen time. Taking a picture is inherently the act of freezing a moment in time. By using multiple cameras that are synchronized to take pictures at the exact same moment but from different positions, you'll get the same moment but from different angles. String these images together and you've got this animation, frozen in time, and peering around the subject. Normally, the cost of achieving this effect would be very high. Many DSLR cameras synced together with a custom rig could cost thousands of dollars. My setup is way scaled back. It's much more experimental and budget. I bought two Canon 30D cameras on eBay, and I got them for super cheap prices since they are very used and made all the way back in 2006. However, with 8.2 megapixels and manual settings, they're perfectly sufficient for this kind of work. But how the heck do I sync up these cameras anyway? I kept Googling for answers and found very little info, but I had an idea. What if I took a bunch of 2.5mm shutter release cables and strung them together to create a sort of shutter release? So I created this, and it sort of worked, but it's kind of broken. Due to a fundamental design flaw, it enters this infinite feedback loop where it just infinitely keeps taking pictures. Now, I'm not an electrical engineer or anything, but I think it has to do with the fact that there's no separation in the circuit between each camera. They're just all kind of linked together. I wanted to freeze time. I wanted to take the cameras out on the go as if I were taking normal photos. During a test, I created this. But it came out weird. And there were these noise issues on one frame and framing issues, and then the distracting background, and not to mention my neck was just cocked in a weird direction. Even carrying all these cameras around was difficult. I had a few things I needed to figure out. I needed a new system. Something with easier transport for the cameras and a more reliable sync method. But how? I discovered this product after more searching. I found a link on an obscure forum post leading to this guy's website. He designs a shutter release splitter of sorts. It claimed to do exactly what I was aiming for. After contacting him via email, I sent him the PayPal money and waited. $120 plus shipping. It shipped out from Germany and took just under 2 weeks to arrive. And it works perfectly. In what appears to be a 3D printed enclosure, it's a single battery and 7 ports, 1 input and 6 outputs. This means I can sync 6 cameras together. It's simple and effective. Now, how do I mount these cameras? I want to take those cameras on the go, take them to a party and capture portraits, take them to an event. So, inspired by this DIY camera stabilization rig, I designed and constructed this rig. This is essentially the prototype result. All of the cameras are synchronized together in an easy to hold mount. And this right here is the shutter release trigger taped to the side. All I gotta do is hit the trigger and all of these cameras will take a picture at the exact same moment. However, for this to work, all the cameras have to be set to manual focus. The reason for this is because if they're set to autofocus, the old cameras will spend random amounts of time trying to focus on the subject. The results aren't as dramatic as one might get with a setup with more cameras. But I feel like there's potential here. At first my idea was to create animations, and I still want to do that, except I've got another idea. I recently discovered the term lenticular printing. Have you ever heard of a lenticular? Well, you've probably seen one on a movie cover, or maybe when you were a child you saw one on a storybook or a sticker. Yeah, those things. Could we create lenticular images using bullet time photography techniques? As demonstrated in this video from the Red Bull channel, a 3D lenticular utilizes multiple images from different angles, just like bullet time photography. However, this is accomplished by having a subject stand still and by moving the camera and panning it towards the subject. Could my rig be used to produce lenticulars on the spot? Could I do event photography and send lenticular 3D images to my clients? What do you think the possibilities are? Let me know in the comments below. The goal of my videos and content is to creatively empower and inspire. Everything I reference in this video could be adapted to the needs of any budget, business, or art project. If I had the funds, I would produce so many amazing things. However, I recognize that some limitations are necessary for personal growth and artistic creation. Limitations challenge our resourceful and creative minds to put effort into what we create using what little resources we might have access to. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you're interested in more creative videos, and also comment below if you've got any questions, ideas, or if you just want to chat with me.